Trouble in Manipur spread to newer areas with a lighting band witnessed in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 even as the situation in violence-torn Churachandpur escalated last night. Our team of reporters M.K. Henry at Churachandpur, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 at 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, Sharat Chandra and Donald Sirem in Imphal bring you us this exclusive report. Well, situation turned extremely volatile in Churachandpur last night following fresh protests. Midnight protests also broke out in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 as a mark of protest to the protesters in Churachandpur. So bad was the situation that Psychot MLA 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 claimed that he had to seek BJP Manipur in charge 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏's intervention to ensure the district officials heed to his request and bring things under control. Alright, so these are the visuals of the forest office at 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 in Churachandpur torched by an angry mob. Well, this in a way sums up the situation that prevailed in the district throughout yesterday. Well, a warlike situation prevailed in the state Churachandpur district last night with protesters and police personnel engaged in pitch battle in the district headquarters. Well, gunshots and sounds of tear gas shelling echoed all around as police personnel went on the offensive to protect themselves from the angry mob. While the protest had more or less subsided by afternoon yesterday, the decision of the authorities not to release two protesters and subsequent shifting of the duo to Moirang triggered fresh disturbance in the evening. Well, things looked sorted when representatives of KSO and ZSF met at the Deputy Commissioner's chamber to secure the release of the protesters. And meanwhile, Churachandpur MLA 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 was entrusted the responsibility to secure the release of the protesters. Well, subsequently, all protesters were released barring two. And meanwhile, the decision to detain the duo who were later shifted to Moirang apparently stirred emotions, leading to complete chaos on the streets of Churachandpur in the evening. Well, as per eyewitnesses, situation was so bad at one point of time that the police ran out of tear gas shells and had to resort to blank firing to push back the advancing mob. Well, pelting of stones and arson continued late through night, leading to injuries both among civilians and the police personnel. Well, till last night, at least a dozen of those injured had been rushed to the district hospital Churachandpur, of which 2 to 3 seemed critically injured. Well, in the wake of the worsening situation, reports came in that the two protesters detained and taken to Moirang had been finally released. Alright, so on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals that you can see right now. Well, the visuals on the screens give you a sense of how things had turned last night. Well, sound of gunshots can be heard echoing on the streets. So situation has turned extremely volatile in Churachandpur last night, and on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals coming in from Churachandpur. So Churachandpur witnessed war-like situation last night, and on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals. There you can see the angry mob burning tires, and sounds of gunshots can be heard echoing on the streets of Churachandpur last night. Well, also let me tell our viewers here that Northeast Live is the only channel reporting from the ground in Churachandpur. So on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals. So there you can see the police commandos. They are chasing the protesters in Churachandpur last night. So clashes erupted between the mob and the police personnel in Churachandpur town, with an incident of firing also being reported. So there you can see on your screens are the exclusive visuals coming in from Churachandpur in Manipur. So trouble in Manipur spread to newer areas with a lighting bandh witnessed both in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 and Churachandpur. But on your screens are the visuals coming in from Churachandpur from last night, and our team of reporters, 𝗟𝗓𝗙 at Churachandpur, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 Chongloy and 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, Sharad and Donald Sirem, they are in Imphal. They are bringing us a minute-to-minute update regarding the situation. So there you can see the situation turned extremely volatile in Churachandpur last night following fresh protests. Midnight protests also broke out in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, not only in Churachandpur, as a mark of protest to the protesters in Churachandpur. All right, so as a mark of support, to support the protesters in Churachandpur, protests also broke out in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 as well. So bad was the situation that at one point Churachandpur MLA 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗅𝗡 was believed to have been escorted out of his house under extremely tight security to an undisclosed location, as the visuals suggest. So there you can see Churachandpur MLA 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗅𝗡 was believed to have been escorted out of his house under extremely tight security to an undisclosed locations. And on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals coming in from outside the house of the MLA. So there you can see under extremely tight security, he has been taken to an undisclosed location. And the turmoil in the Churachandpur district had an impact on the hill district of 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 district, as well as irate youths resorted to a sudden bandh along the National Highway 2, the main lifeline of the state, since 9:30 p.m. last evening. The district also witnessed a lightning bandh. And on your screens are the visuals from 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 district in Manipur. So there you can see as a mark of protest, as a mark of support to the protesters in Churachandpur. Protest was also witnessed in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 district as well. And exclusive visuals from the 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 district. There you can see the turmoil in the Churachandpur district had an impact in the hill districts of 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 as well as the irate youths. So there you can see the irate youths resorted to a sudden bandh along the National Highway 2, which is the main lifeline of the state since 9:30 p.m. last evening. And not only this, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 district also witnessed a lightning bandh. And this is the scene right now at Churachandpur. As you can see on your screens, well, the situation is still volatile in the Churachandpur district. So on your screens are the fresh visuals coming in from Churachandpur district. So there you can see the situation is still volatile in the district. So shops are still closed and less people can be seen on the streets of Churachandpur. On your screens are the fresh visuals coming in from the streets of Churachandpur district. So the shutters are still down in Churachandpur and less people can be witnessed this morning in Churachandpur district after last night's incident.